All right, if you're at home, we started off with a warm-up here, so find class 6 warm-up under assignments, work that, pause the video now, work those problems. And we're back. Here are the answers to those. Number 1, 3 and 7/25, 2, 7 33rds, 3a is integer and rational, 3b is none, 3c is whole, integer, and rational, 3d is rational, 3e is rational. Number 4, A, B, and C, we get 11.17. Our estimate was positive 11, so we're very close to our estimate. That's good. On B here, negative 4.96. We had an estimate of negative 5, so very close to our estimate as well. And then on C, negative 6.264, which is very close to our estimate of negative 7. There you go. Okay. We move on now to class notes. Under class notes, you'll see 5.5 pp. Adding and subtracting unlike fractions, 5.5. We need to find a common denominator. So looking at the first problem we're going to work today, our denominators are 8 and 6. So remember a couple chapters ago, we found least common denominator, or LCD. Take a moment and find the LCD of 8 and 6. If you can do it mentally, that's okay. So with smaller numbers like this, it might be easy just to write out the multiples. 8, 16, 24, 6, 12, 18, 24. So our least common denominator, LCD, is going to be 24. So what we have to do is we have to take 3 8s. We're going to multiply it by something, and we're going to end up with a denominator of 24. So everybody jot that down. 3 8s, we're going to convert this so that our denominator becomes 24. So what do we have to multiply 8 by to get 24? Avery? 3, right? So we're going to put a 3 in the denominator. What do I have to put in the numerator here?
3.
Also a 3. So 3 times 3 is 9. That becomes 9 24ths. Same thing for 5 6, right? 5 6. We're going to multiply this by something, and we're going to get a denominator of 24. So take a moment now, see if you can do that on your own. Convert 5 6 into a fraction with a denominator of 24.
Wait, so you multiply the top, or we divide the top and the bottom?
We're not dividing, we're multiplying.
That's stupid. Okay, how did you find out this thing?
Well, 8 times something is 24. 8 times what is 24? 3. So 6 times what is 24? 4. So what goes in the numerator? 4. 5 times 4 is 20, right? So we end up with, instead of 3 8s, we changed it to 9 24ths, right? That became 3 8s became 9 24ths. Plus, instead of 5 6, 5 6 became 20 24ths. Now everybody take a moment and add those fractions, simplify if needed. And we should get 29 24ths. Is that simplified, yes or no? It is simplified.
What could turn it into that?
You could turn it into a mixed number. So that's an improper fraction that is simplified. So if you gave me that as an answer, you would get full credit. This would be 1 and what? 5 over 24. 1 and 5 24ths. So either of these are acceptable. You should be comfortable with converting between improper fractions and mixed numbers. Matthew. Try this next one on your own here. 2/5 minus 1/2. Again, you got to find the LCD, the least common denominator. Convert both fractions so that you have that common denominator, and then go from there. If you can find the LCD mentally on this one, that's okay. You don't have to show any supporting work. Okay, what is the LCD between 5 and 2? Sarah Kate? 10, right? So let's take 2/5, multiply it by something so that we have a denominator of 10. What do we have to multiply 5 by to turn it into a 10? 2, right? What has to go in the numerator?
2.
2. What's 2 times 2? 4. So that becomes 4/10 minus, let's do 1/2 now. 1/2, we're going to multiply it by something so that we have a denominator of 10. 2 times what is 10?
5.
5. What goes in the numerator? 5. 1 times 5 is 5. So it's 4/10 minus 5/10 equals what? Negative 1/10. That's equal to P. So negative 1/10 is equal to P. Questions on that? So 2/5 becomes 4/10 by multiplying the numerator and the denominator by 2. 1/2 becomes 5/10 by multiplying the numerator and denominator by 5. 4/10 minus 5/10 is negative 1/10 P equals P. All right, on these two, let's convert these to, hang on, let's see here. Okay, we got a couple options here. One option is to convert everything to improper fractions, right? The problem with that is, like, this is going to be kind of large. These are going to be kind of large as well. That's one option, convert everything to an improper fraction. The other option would be to just convert this and this so that they have the same denominator, right? So what's the common denominator between 3 and 9? It's 9, right? So let's convert 1/3 so it has a denominator of 9. So take a moment now and do that on your own. So 3 times what is 9? 3. And we got to put what in the numerator? 3. So 1 times 3 is 3. So we end up with 6 3/9 plus 5 4/9. And now we treat it just like yesterday. I'll pause, let you finish this one out on your own. This is just like yesterday's assignment. All right, Oliver, walk me through this one here. What do we get? 6 plus 5 is 11. 3/9 plus 4/9 is 7/9. 11 7/9 is what R is equal to. Questions on that? So again, what do? We find a common denominator amongst the fractions. The whole number portion of our mixed number did not change. Combine like terms and go. Okay, this one, Okay, let's convert 3/4 and 7/12 so they have a common denominator. What is the common denominator between 4 and 12? Theta? What do you think? What?
It is 48.
There's one smaller than that.
Oh, 12.
12, right? So let's take 3/4 and let's multiply it by something to get a denominator of 12. I'll let you do that. Four times what is 12? 3. We put a 3 in the numerator as well. 3 times 3, we get 9. So this is going to become 8 9/12 minus 9 7/12. So we had a couple rules for this. Does anybody remember the rules for subtracting with mixed numbers? Lucy, what do you think?
When you're, so in this example, the whole number, the 8 is smaller than the 9.
Yeah.
So you have to like make it like an improper fraction.
Yeah. So 8 is smaller than 9, so we can't just subtract it out. So let's convert to improper fractions. Everybody take a moment to do that now. You should be able to do that on your own. Multiplying with 12. Give it a shot. I'll pause the video now at home for the folks at home. 8 times 12 is what? 96. What's 96 plus 9? 105. So we get 105 twelfths minus, what's 9 times 12? 108. Oh wait, 108 plus 7, right? 115, right? 9 times 12 is 108. 108 plus 7 is 115. 12ths. Questions on that? We then subtract. Keep that denominator at 12. What is 105 minus 115? Negative 10. Are we finished? Why are we not finished? Yeah, we can divide both of these by 2. When we do, we get negative 5, 6. So there you go. Negative 5, 6 is equal to y there. So let's recap what we did. We first found a common denominator between 4 and 12. The LCD of 4 and 12 is 12, so 3/4. We converted it to become 9/12. We then wrote this out, 8 and 9/12 minus 9 and 7/12. The rule from yesterday is the whole number on the left has to be greater than the whole number on the right if we're going to subtract out. That's not happening. Also, the numerator on the left would have to be larger than the numerator on the right. That is happening, but we have to have both those things happening. They're not both happening. So convert to improper fractions. We get 105 over 12 minus 115 over 12, negative 10/12. Divide both the numerator and denominator by 2, and we get negative 5, 6. Okay. IXL, G.1, G.3. Good luck, everybody at home. Be sure to check Google Classroom for your homework assignments. There you go.